Hey Brickheads, Scott with 36 Bricks here, taking a look at LEGO Bricklink Designer Program, the modular construction site. Set number 910008, 3,374 pieces. Let's check it out. All right, guys, super excited to have this. Unfortunately, the process was a little daunting, but if you guys didn't know, basically this set was turned in and submitted to the LEGO Ideas program, and unfortunately, after getting its 10,000 subscribers, the designers over at LEGO chose not to build it. However, what they did do is they turned it over to the LEGO or the Bricklink Designer Program for crowdfunding. So it was put on, I think it was round 2, and it went really well. It sold super fast, got funded, and then it took about a year to ship. And if you take a look at this thing, the level of detail is just amazing. And it's mainly because, quite frankly, it wasn't about cost or anything like that. It was just about designing something awesome. So, just to kind of give you a heads up, the build actually stops here. It is 1.5 base plates. I put it on 2 base plates because I want everything to be somewhat uniformed in my city. So I added the extra 16 by 32 plate, and I plan on expanding the construction area. So to go over a little bit of the details, I will say it's a little difficult, but we will start off with the crane. Now the crane is pretty epic because it does have motorization, or movement, I should say. It does have movement. You can shift this down, and then when you go to crank it up, it'll actually move back. It does spin quite easily, as you can see. All the level of details on the inside. You have a worker here. This door opens up. It is a little crazy in that I guess the storyline would be that he jumps down and then goes up that ladder. They do have some nice aspects as far as counterweights and movement and all of that. The only critique that I would have as far as this crane goes is it is super big. And I say that because if you know, I kind of like my stuff to be contained into itself as far as into the base plate. So if you were to put this into the building, you of course have to have it next to builds that are way shorter than it. Just because, you know, this, as you can see, if the build was to stop here, okay, it's well over the line. Now you can shift it to this side, of course, but it still goes over the line on this side. It goes slightly over, and then again, if this is the line here, it's obviously way over. And then, of course, if you positioned it this way, it would go out to the street, which would make sense. However, again, the whatever back building you have back here would have to accommodate that airspace, essentially. But ultimately, I love the crane. I was not able to get the big crane, but I'm actually happy with this. In fact, I wish I had gotten a couple of these sets. I might have just switched out the, masonry bricks to a different color. I might go ahead and do that if I have the parts. I know I have some parts to build this back up in a different look or whatever, but ultimately I really like how it looks. Now, coming down here, I will say this is real flimsy. I don't really quite understand the look of this. I feel like it could do without it, but that's just me. You have a nice little opening here to let people in. all the way around. Now, this is not of course, the original sidewalk. These are the pieces for the sidewalk. I just added my sidewalk to go with the rest of my build. And then I do, like I said, I do plan on expanding it, maybe putting a little construction, what's it called? The like base or the operating station there, something along those lines. Maybe putting in a shipping container or something like that, a couple other bathrooms. Not exactly sure quite yet. Just going to add those details though. Coming around the side, you get a lot of details around here. Now I apologize, you might see some wet spots here and there just because we are in the middle of a storm. So when I brought it from in the house out to the garage, it did get a little wet. But anyway, so I love this. Going back to the build, I love how they have the roller here. I love the design of it. I probably messed up on the interior roller. It probably should go the opposite way. But ultimately, I really love how it looks. Coming around the edge, you do have the two, double doors here. You have the double doors here, which look nice. And then you have the unplanted planter there, but plants there, which was actually really cool. Coming along, I'm going to actually switch it around so that we can get in there. It is a little hard to get in there, but hopefully we can move it around to the other side and kind of show you what's going on. So here in the construction site, you have the stairs to go up to the multiple levels. You have a few different things here that I can show a little bit later. You have a man working on the tiles here. You have great tile work with the white, light bluish gray, and dark blue. You have a little bit of a setup back there. Not much, because obviously it is a construction site, so it's not going to be, it's going to have full details, but not like a full-fledged building. Then the top floor, and I'll get to the center floor here in a minute. The top floor has more construction going on, has a worker, some workbenches, some guardrails, all that kind of fun stuff. I will be honest, the only modular part, this is a hiccup for me. The only modular part to this is this top roof section. Now you can go, you do see the details here, some planks being laid, painting. You have a workbench with some, saws and tools and stuff like that. But I kind of wish that you could take it off from this point instead of just this point. And the crane is not modular at all. You would, if you wanted to take it apart, say to here, or say to here, you would have to take apart the ladder as well as pop this off. But ultimately, there is really nothing modular about this other than this one floor. And it's not really, I wouldn't call it a, full modular in that aspect. So that, I will say, is the only default or issue that I have, not default. The only issue that I have with it is it's not really modular. It's called the modular construction site, but again, the only thing modular about it is this section here, and that's literally, it might be what, 10% of the build, 15% of the build, unlike other modulars where you can take more apart. But ultimately, outside of that, this thing is epic. Again, I wish I would have gotten a few more of these. I might just try to part the pieces out and build a couple more. Again, just changing up the masonry brick so it's a different look. Maybe adding some different details or something, different tiles down there, something along those lines. But all in all, that's the build in itself. I really love how it looks. Let me know in the comments below. Only 10,000 of these were sold, so let me know if you were one of the lucky 10,000. Again, please like, share, and subscribe if you like my content and want more. Please consider joining one of my memberships, as every little bit counts and goes right back into the channel. Again, stay tuned for an update, because I will update and add this stuff here. But ultimately, this is an amazing set. So, thanks for watching, guys. I really do appreciate all the love and support, and we will see you next time on 36 Bricks. Ooh, this one's cool. Check this one out. I agree, that one's cool, but this one's awesome. Ooh, I like this one. I just can't stop watching. Well, I like them all, and I'm going to subscribe. Can you do the same? Please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time on 36 Bricks.